My name is Ray. I have my two co-hosts, Missy and Ty. This show is dedicated to just talking about sports, fashion, tech, any type of news, business. We have a new host on the show. Originally, we did start off with Seven Talks podcast, which was a podcast with me and Ty. Interview just different people, different walks of life. So now we're converting in season two over to Daily Seven, which we'll add Missy on. And I'll let her tell a little bit about herself and her background. Go ahead, Missy.
Hey guys. So I'm a personal stylist to some of your favorite athletes. I'm an image consultant and I'm a lifestyle concierge located in Chicago.
Awesome, awesome.
Okay. Yeah. Welcome on, Missy. I've been excited about this. I mean, I remember when Ray first called me and told me about it. I was like, man, okay then. We got the infamous Missy on here. I can't wait to see how this goes.
So we're gonna kick it off a little bit, and hit on the Jets with Joe Flacco. That's like one of the first topics I wanted to hit on, and
So,
him.
so uh Joe Flacco being quarterback 4 for the Browns and kind of ironic because the Jets dropped him this season. So
Man,
that's kind of like a comeback story or like revenge, a revenge game. But very ironic that the quarterback, one, that he's QB4, that the Browns lost that many quarterbacks this season, and two, that they kind of smoked them.
facts. I mean, I ain't gonna even say like I was surprised, like, but when it come down to Joe Flacco, I mean, he's like MVP, Super Bowl winner. Like, so I mean, I wasn't really surprised, but like, as far as him being at home and being on the couch, taking his kids to school every day, and then going to the league, and we talking about they might make the playoffs and might have a chance at the Super Bowl. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna have a chance at the Super Bowl with him hopping off the couch with the kids. That's just
You
that's
got to
just
speak
different.
facts, bro.
And
They got a
throwing, he
chance. They
wasn't
get
even
in. They got a chance.
he wasn't even training with like a real trainer. He was throwing with his younger brother. So that's crazy for somebody to just hop off the couch and just be able to do that. And then I don't know, it's a thing going on with him sleeping after the like towards the end, fourth quarter. Y'all see that where he was
Hmm.
like
Yeah.
on the bench
When he was
just
on the bench
falling
and he was
asleep.
like nodding
Yeah, you
off.
know you old when you falling asleep in the whole game still going on.
I mean, you can't be mad. He's a veteran.
Yeah,
Facts.
yeah. So
And then that leads to veteran Russell Wilson getting benched.
oh yeah,
Um,
that's crazy.
Man.
that's
Sad, sad story. Sad.
you have a MVP, you have a Super Bowl champ being benched, basically being blackmailed so that they can restructure his contract and he loses out on his 37 mil guarantee in injury guarantee to bench him. Basically, if he didn't give that up, he's getting benched, and that's why he's benched, which is wild for him as a veteran quarterback.
I mean, they
And then,
did say he knew back in March. I think it was
Hmm.
in March that he
He
wasn't
said
gonna play the last two
during bye
games,
week. Yeah,
last
during
two
bye week.
weeks. Yeah, so that's crazy as hell. But it just goes to show you that, like, that's all of business. But I feel like when you put his stats up versus a player like Dak Prescott with the Cowboys, who is it? Patrick Mahomes, boy.
Patrick
You put
Mahomes.
Yeah, you put him up with those stats. His stats is the same. So having seen Sean Payton like that, I feel like Sean Payton wants somebody that's like Drew Brees. He was with Drew Brees previous to the Broncos job. So it's like he expecting Russell Wilson to be Drew Brees, which is would never happen. But I mean, it is what it is. But it's crazy though. That's
I mean, when you look at it, man, like it really just make you just look at the NFL like it's very unprofessional. Like if you have a contract, how can you go into my contract and tell me I should take something off? How can you alter a contract that you signed off on? Then once it's signed, that's the contract. You can't go back and say, hey, maybe you should
And
take this
add
off to benefit them. Right. And
and
this we
redraft
talking about uh future Hall of Famer. Like that's how you gonna treat somebody that's been in the game for what, a decade, and you telling me you gonna do him like that? I mean, that's very unfair. And like it opened up my eyes to the NFL, honestly.
So let me ask you this. Are we basically phasing out and retiring these veterans and getting ready for the rise of these new quarterbacks?
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Yeah,
I feel like it is because like you gotta think Tom Brady gone. Well, first Peyton Manning was gone, then Tom Brady. Now you got the Russell Wilsons and the
Aaron
older
Rodgers is
guys.
next.
Aaron Rodgers next. I think he
definitely.
probably play one more season with the Jets, and he's gonna be gone. So like, yeah, it's a new decade of quarterbacks, especially when you're looking at the newer guys like Lamar Jackson's, the Patrick Mahomes, the Jalen Hurts,
Don't forget my
the
boy.
kid out, the guy from the Jaguars that played for Clemson. Those guys are mobile,
Trevor
but it's
Lawrence.
different. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence. So yeah, I
Don't
feel like
don't
it is.
don't
It's
hate.
changing.
Don't forget Justin Fields.
I had to leave him out on purpose.
Wait,
Speaking of
no, no, no.
Justin
Tell me,
Fields,
what were the stats again for Justin?
oh yeah, Justin
No,
Hill,
Yeah.
Justin
I
Ritt
know they put
and
up
rushing yard
37 points.
last year.
What was the score?
Man,
37.
Justin was the running back and the quarterback for the
37 to
Bears
17 was the
last year.
score,
Okay,
and let me tell you
okay.
something. It was a snowy day. It was cold, rainy, and snowy. The Falcons wasn't ready for that at all. They were not ready for that. So that was gonna be a loss for them regardless. But at the same time, that possibly the last game he'll play here because they're trying to figure out, with the number one pick in the draft, what they're gonna do
Which
next,
one? Which one to take? Yeah, that's tough.
which one to
I don't
take.
think they should take it. Given the history of Chicago, every quarter the Trubisky was last. They got rid of him, but with Justin
Mhm.
Fields, they got a lot. He's very mobile. He can play. I tease you a lot about the Bears as a whole, but Justin Fields, he'll
That boy
ball.
athleticism though,
Yeah, he a real
rushing
baller.
yard.
You just gotta, yeah, they gotta give him something. They gotta truly give him something to help him out over there with the Bears. But that's like most of the quarterbacks that get there. They don't have enough help, and then they end up trading them, or waiving them, or whatever it may be. They may not turn out, but
I
I
mean,
feel
he's
like
been doing really well. The chemistry between him and DJ Moore have been amazing. And then don't forget his own rushing yards for touchdowns as well.
facts.
Right. Like when you think about it, like him being the quarterback, like if that'll change the game. They get another quarterback that's not as mobile. Like take it like Ray, you seen the LSU game.
Yeah,
Uh Once Jaden Daniels won there, it
yeah,
took away their run game. So,
right.
just think about it. Like it'll change the whole concept of their offense if, they try to get like a pass first quarterback. Like
Well,
change
it's a
the whole-
pass first league, but most of the quarterbacks, like we said, all those pass first guys that can't, that's not mobile, they're not in. It's not no room for them because you got defensive ends that's running 4.3s, 4.4s, in the 40. So it's like, why would I get rid of this guy?
yeah,
So
like
they
Lamar
gonna go
Jackson.
somewhere else. Yeah,
He MVP conversation right now.
facts.
So
And the
mobile
Bears have
quarterback.
a young team. It's a lot of rookies and rookie contracts, still on the team. But if they build around him, we can have a winning. We can have. I believed we were playoff bound before he was injured. We had those opportunities. Now that they added Montez Sweat on the defense, that's been really helping as well.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I agree. And going
Now
back to
that's one thing. The defense balling. I can say that.
oh
They
yeah,
got a good defense.
Interceptions. That's all I can
going
say.
back to what was it, the quarterback situation with the Bears, hearing about these college guys getting all this money, what you guys think about that? Because they're thinking if they don't go quarterback, they'll go get the kid from Ohio State, the receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. What would y'all feel about that? Because I think they said they were offering him $20 million to stay. That's crazy, crazy
Is
amount of
that
money.
real though? And is that 20 million from NIL contracts from sponsorships, or is that from the school? Because I believe starting next year, the student athletes are supposed to get paid from the ticket sales.
So they're supposed to be getting paid on the ticket sales,
I
I
believe they
believe.
were in talks of getting paid for ticket sales because they're the ones funding the school. At the end of the day, these schools, these colleges, they're all a business,
right?
and these kids are the ones bringing the revenue from their games. Why shouldn't they? I mean, they should be allowed to
They
get
should
paid.
get paid. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Because in the NFL, you getting paid for that plus
Right. And
whatever
it's the
else.
same
Yeah,
thing. It's not on a higher scale as NFL, but it's leading to it.
right.
I feel like it's about that time anyway, man. I feel like the NCAA has got away with a lot of stuff, like especially when it comes down, like just think about Johnny Manziel, all the money he missed out on, and look at him today. Like
Reggie Bush. He's still
Oh
they
my goodness,
signing
Reggie
him back.
Bush.
That's that's
Man,
some
they sold
serious.
so many Reggie Bush jerseys, man. It's crazy. And they took his Heisman. He still can't get that back. I mean, there got to be some type of conversation or something going on with all these people getting paid, and they took his Heisman and they give it back. It's crazy.
I think they had it was talks about them giving it back though, the Heisman Trophy for that because it's that's absurd to continue that when you
Strip
get
it.
yeah to strip it and then you got kids nowadays they making more than rookies in the NFL. Yeah, and it's
That's
like
crazy.
Crazy.
but I think it's a good thing because playing college sports in general, not just football, you get to take care of your family, and then if you do get hurt, they may take your endorsements after a certain amount of time, but you have a deal where they have to pay you a certain amount of years or whatnot. So I think that's good for the college kids that's coming in that may get hurt, or they may something happen and they can't go to the next level. So that's awesome. But moving forward, it's a segment that we did just for you, Missy, which is infamous fits. So where you'll just be talking about your fits and stuff like that. So you got the floor. Let everybody know, as far as what was this week's fits with your clients.
So this week, I actually had a segment on our local news station detailing how I get Jalen Johnson, our cornerback, ready for his game day fits. It's a big year for him. This is his contract year, and he's been having a great year on interceptions and yards as well. So, like the late great Deion Sanders, you look good, you feel good, you play good, they pay good. So
Thanks.
with that being said, let me share with you our fit of the week with him. You see my screen?
Yeah, it's coming up.
So yes, winter
Uh,
is coming. Like I said, it was snowing pretty bad. Um,
yeah, I
so
seen that. I like
head to toe,
the reel that y'all did. That was dope.
yes.
Yeah, the
Um,
motion.
the head to toe is all Louis Vuitton.
That
So
boy clean.
I will admit that he when I planned this with him in the segment, we actually planned it with the black sweater underneath, and he forgot about it. So that's the one thing that I'm like, for me, details are everything. So with him, you can see it's a two piece, like a construction set, with the boots, Louis Vuitton as well. And in featuring in the segment, we also talked about him tapping into fashion more because he wants to potentially walk the runway in Paris Fashion Week. So having my own photographer at each game definitely helps us to build a portfolio for him. And he's a
That's
good looking kid too, so that helps.
yeah.
What do you
I
think?
read about him, man. He said his rookie year he bought like 50 pair of shoes
Mm-hmm.
to
Well,
start his shoe.
he's a Nike athlete now, so he can get those honestly with them.
Hmm.
I feel
Yeah, but
like
he
the sweater would have did some good because it was cold. It would have added a little.
Catch the segment whenever
Listen
you
to.
can, because we had did a fitting, an in-person fitting on the segment, and you'll see the black sweater he had on. He was supposed to put on, but I get it. It's you get busy, you forget, pack their bags and stuff. It just
I
kind
feel
of
like he looked nice. I feel like it all came together. I feel like when you go into fashion and when you put something on, it's more of the person owning the actual fit. And I feel like he looked pretty confident in that fit. So
for
it
sure.
looked real nice. And you did a great job, Miss.
Thank you.
Moving forward, we're gonna touch on basketball a little bit. LeBron James on the they rooted it was a 2 point. From my point of view, it was a 3 point.
Side
Um,
note: Happy birthday to LeBron. He just
oh yeah,
turned
yeah,
39.
yeah. Yeah,
Happy
oh yeah.
birthday, Brian, man. Real GOAT.
Right.
This man gonna be playing with Bronny one day.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I'm trying to see if I'm gonna try to pull it up here.
Man, I think it was a
Two.
I
When
think
they
it was one
how
of
they
them things.
Well, I
Yeah,
thought when you look at it, it's like it showed as like a 3 point, but when they zoomed in, that's what kind of like got everybody thinking like maybe it was a 2 pointer.
man, that happened to KD in the finals like 3 years ago. You remember that
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But
when his
that
foot was on
was
the
a
line?
2 pointer though on that one. But you can't really tell. You can't really tell, to be honest, if it was a 2 or 3 point. But his foot was behind the line when he went up, but when he came back down, that's when it did that. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up.
I mean, it's Bron. Bron felt like, it's me. Y'all give me the call. Like, sort of like how Jordan was. Hey, back in the day, if Jordan say he fouled me, foul.
Definitely on the entitled side for sure.
Yeah. You trying to put it up, right?
Yeah, I'm cool.
What the score was? So, was that to tie the game or the win?
I think that was to. It was a close game. It was to win, if I ain't mistaken. Hold on.
I mean, that just go back to the refs. I mean, they made the call, so I guess it had to stand. They went back and did the
Well, it wasn't, I
replay.
think it was a situation where it wasn't enough to, you know what I'm saying, to call it back. But let me see. I'm gonna play it. Yeah.
Okay. How you feel about it, Missy?
About LeBron,
Yeah, how you feel about the call?
um, I mean, if they have the footage, you can't question it. You're gonna like it's the same thing with football. If you figure out if it's a foul, if it's a touchdown, if it's an out of
Out
bounds.
of bounds, yeah,
I'm saying it's the same thing. It's just a smaller court,
right,
smaller
right.
depth of field.
I mean, I felt like it was just one of them plays where the ref made the call, so if it wasn't enough to overturn the call, I mean, you got to let a ref be a ref. That's what they get paid for.
Right, but LeBron gonna be LeBron and cry about it,
Yeah.
The biggest crybaby I know. You seen all them around that table, all them like a bunch of 12-year-olds.
I said the only
or
thing,
playing street ball, calling the fouls and stuff.
I think the only thing good
Crazy.
about LeBron is his middle name. Y'all know why.
Man, y'all got the same middle
LeBron
name, bro.
Raymond James. That's what make him great. But, my GOAT, Kobe. Kobe and Iverson.
Yeah, I agree.
But,
I mean, Kobe was a different breed, though.
but when I guess you can say LeBron is the best all around player because he can play
Here we go.
several positions.
We're not getting into this.
Yeah,
Not today. Not today.
I'm just saying. I mean, and I ain't no big Michael Jordan fan, but we can talk about that another day.
5 rings. 5 rings.
Yeah, we gonna leave that. We gonna leave that for another day. But
Speechless.
moving forward, I heard about this guy uh, that people paid $750,000 for their kids in the seventh grade to tune into like his tutoring and prepping for Ivy League school. So when they graduate high school, they can they got a better chance. It's not a guarantee, but they got a better chance to get into Ivy League school. What's up about that?
Um, I read
Is
that.
that fair to the child though?
You said it's
Well, I read that Georgetown actually did a study on that, and they found that the investment on the actual thing, like the return, is actually worth it.
so
So
seven
I
hundred
don't
and
know.
fifty thousand dollars in the seventh grade. So your kid, you
Hey,
paying seven. So you telling me you paying this man $750,000 for your kid to go through some type of program with him and his team, and then when they get to college, they still got to pay.
Okay, but at the same time, that's not fair to the child because you're controlling everything. So
But what's the difference if
you're
you put your
not
kids in sports?
I mean, at the same time, it's dedication is how much you want it. How hungry are you?
Right.
So it's obviously if a child wants it, whether they're drilled or not, they're putting in that time and effort to do it because they have to enjoy it somehow, right? You're
true.
not just gonna put yourself and your body through that much torture for that long to to not enjoy what you do.
Right. That makes sense. I don't know.
And it goes hand in hand. Like, one, colleges are businesses. Let's be real.
Right.
What they're charging for education is
Yeah, that's crazy.
beyond ridiculous. Like, that's nasty work.
Right.
So for you to pay somebody 750,000, almost $1 million, $750,000 to guarantee your child going to Ivy League, Harvard, Yale, Penn, um,
Stanford.
Stanford, UCLA, like, to go to these Ivy League schools, but then they're children and they don't know what they want. Like, seventh graders, they're what, 12?
Yeah.
They have an idea, but I mean, let's be honest. I changed my majors 3 times in college.
But that's different. When you go to schools like that, you know what you want to do. So I'm pretty sure, depending on what he does as far as his program, it's probably geared to what your kid want to do. I mean, we all.
And that's what she's saying. As a kid, do you really know what you want to
I
do?
mean,
Or are you just
when I
doing
was
what
in
your
seventh grade, I just
parents?
wanted to play football. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's good.
So basically, that's what she's saying. Like the parents are basically making the decision
So,
for the kids.
so what if, like, let's be real. What if the child is just dumb as rocks, right? And clearly they're like academically challenged. They're not the best on paper, right? Because that's what it is. It's book smart.
Right.
Hmm.
And you put the child through it. What if they don't get in because they don't want to? Therefore,
Them
what if they're
750, he
finessing your
made
mind?
his 750, and your kid just SOL.
Do kids really know what that means?
I ain't gonna lie, man.
Kids understand the value of dollars.
I done heard some crazy stuff. I done heard you don't even have to do a lot of like test taking and like I heard money talk when it come down to
Money does
wanting to
talk
get
again.
degrees and stuff like that.
They
Like
are
I heard
businesses. Colleges are businesses at the end of the day.
I
so
mean, if your kid, put it this way, if you can pay 750 for your kid in seventh grade and then turn around and put them into school, I'm pretty sure you can pay them to pass your kid in these classes. I would
definitely
say that
and be
750.
let's be real now.
You
Let's
go
be
sit down
honest.
with a
Like that's
with
what's going on,
the
bro.
school board, the admissions center. Say, I got 750 for you. I just need you to pass my kid to give him whatever degree he or she need. Instead of paying 750 and then paying seven. I mean, money talks though. If you got it,
You're paying $750 to get your kid in these schools, but does that promise them a scholarship as well, or just
well, if they
promise
got
them just to get
750
in?
though, Missy, school don't get that much. I think people that go to school to be doctors and shit, they probably get up to 300 grand. So if you got 750, I'm pretty sure.
You gotta think about the people that's going to these, big
Right.
universities. Like, come on now, like they own big companies now. So we talking about granddaddy owning, Fortune 5. So it's like, hey, my grandson need X, Y, and Z. I'm a big booster of the school. Let's make that happen.
Makes
I hear you.
sense. And then moving forward, you got the playoffs today. Um, Alabama
For
start.
college?
Alabama playing in the next 2 minutes against Michigan.
The next two
Roll
minutes.
Tide.
Don't tell me that.
Who y'all
You
got?
know
You
what's
got
going
Alabama and
on.
Michigan, I think at 5, and then you got Washington and Texas at 8:30. If I'm not mistaken.
Right.
I'm going with the
So what
Tide.
you thinking? Who you think is going? What's your predictions?
Well, I mean, my only prediction is the Tide. We're gonna let Betman Ty tell y'all about who he got and the point spreads and stuff like that. But I'm taking I'm gonna take Alabama against Michigan just because I like Alabama and I feel like the quarterback for Alabama been balling out. And then I don't know who's gonna win against that last game, Texas against Washington. But I might take the under of the game, but I don't know. I think Alabama gonna win it all overall. So whoever they play, they're gonna beat. But yeah, that's just my prediction.
Well, I think Bama gonna pull it off against Michigan. Every time we ever played Michigan, we beat them extremely bad. So I don't expect nothing different today. Texas and Washington, I mean, they're a pretty evenly matched game. I feel like Texas got a lot more beef up front. So I mean, the game won in the trenches. So I feel like Washington will come out, strong in the beginning, but I don't think they're gonna last. I think they don't have enough, pound for pound. to go against a school like Texas. Just like the game that just was on, like Oregon and Liberty. Like the game started out, pretty even, and what Oregon took off. What's the score like? It was like 59 to
Yeah,
three,
59-3.
something
But
like that.
Liberty, they just got
Um,
into the respects of being a full D1 program too. So you got to look at it like that.
that's true.
That power
That is true.
that those subs and those like you said, the guys in the trenches are a little bit smaller with Liberty because you ain't gonna get those
Mhm.
4 or 5 star guys to go to Liberty. It's gonna be more of your 2 star, 3 star guys out of high school. But I mean, I mean, 56. What was it? 59-3.
Yeah, I
Basically,
think so. Let me
the
make
bowl.
sure.
I don't even know how they because what Oregon was
It
ranked.
was. It ended up being like 40. It was 45 to 6.
Oh,
Correction. It was the exact score was 45 to 6.
right.
So
And then who just played LSU and Wisconsin, which
yeah,
they end up beating Wisconsin at the end. What 38
yeah, they ended up putting
or
it
30?
off. I mean,
38.
Wisconsin got up early, 14 points in the first quarter. It was 14-0. Um, they started out pretty strong, but I feel like the speed of LSU and the different, play style of LSU, I feel like it was something that they weren't used to. And it kind of showed as the game went on that, it was a little bit different style of play. But I can say Wisconsin, when it came down to running the ball, like they were unstoppable in the beginning of the game. And they had a lot of, good receivers over there as well. They had a transfer from what school he came from. I can't even remember, but he was a transfer. He did pretty good, number 6 for Wisconsin. He did great today. Um, but moving
So you
forward,
giving the people the picks? What picks you giving? What, because you
um,
got basketball later
I would,
on too. So that's a little bit
yeah, basketball today.
more of
Let me see.
Missy Speed NBA. Even though the Bulls ain't doing nothing, we ain't gonna talk about that. She ain't a betting woman, but she love her Bulls. Unfortunately,
Today we got
do
today.
they?
The Timberwolves and Knicks are currently playing. We got Cavaliers and Raptors, the Pistons and Rockets, Pacers and Bucks, Hornets and Nuggets, Maverick and Jazz, Trailblazers versus Suns, and Heat against the Clippers. So, all right, let's start off first. The Pacers and Bucks.
Pacers and Bucks. I feel like that's gonna be a high scoring game. I feel like the Bucks gonna pull it off. I feel like that's a good game to take the over on. That's gonna be a good high scoring game because the Bucks they gonna come out and get their points. The Pacers gonna try to keep up with them. So it's gonna be a good game. They're gonna lose though. I think the Pacers gonna lose. Bucks take the win.
I think these are going to be easy wins for Hornets and Nuggets. I think that's going to be an easy win for them. I think the Pistons and Rockets. I think the Rockets going to be an easy win for them.
What's
Hold
on the
on, Missy.
Hornets?
Okay, look, check this out. Check this out. So every time I'm gonna give a designer pick. So my designer pick will be like the sleeper pick. I feel like I feel like Detroit can put it out today. I feel like they'll beat the Rockets today.
Really?
Quote me on this. I feel like they'll
All right.
beat them today. We'll come back to this too.
What about the Cavs and Raptors? They're both
Pretty
mid.
evenly matched
Yeah, that's
game.
a good match.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Mavs and Jazz. I think the Jazz might take that one.
I don't know. I don't know.
Is Kyrie
Yeah, that's what I was
and
gonna say. Is Kyrie back?
Kyrie playing now? Because I know he set out him and
Like the last
Luka set
three,
out.
4 games, I think 3 games. So
Trailblazers and Suns.
Suns gonna take that one.
Man,
They
the
need to
Suns
get
been
back together.
disappointing me, man.
They've been
I can say the Suns disappointed me the most, like this year. Like I expected for them to come out and just dominate,
But they traded a lot of players out, so
but
that's kind of that's a
but
really
you still
you're
got
building a whole new team,
KD,
but
right?
they
still
still
got
got
Book.
Chris Paul, they got Booker, and you got KD. Like ain't no way. Like how
Who
we
did they really
losing?
get rid of? Chris Paul go to the Warriors. That's it. Then they got Bradley Beal, right? But has he been playing? He haven't been playing, have he? Or has he been playing? I don't even know if he been playing, but still with them two shooters,
Brad
them
Bill ain't played
he
yet.
ain't played yet.
Yeah,
But
because
you
they
still
basically
got
they
Devin
lost
Booker
Crowder, they
and
lost
Kevin Durant.
Torrey Craig, and they
You
lost
still got Devin Booker and KD. Man, you got KD. Like ain't no way.
Devin Booker. Yes, and then the finale, Heat against Clippers.
I take the Heat.
You taking the Heats? They playing. They
Yeah,
playing.
I
They
take the
playing
Heat
in
with the
LA.
points. I take the Heat with 7 points. They got the Heat with 7 points. I take the Heat with the 7 points.
And
I don't think they're gonna
they
win.
playing
I
in
just
LA
take the
though.
Heat. I think
They
they'll
ain't
get the
playing in
7.
Miami. They playing in LA.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
it's a 9:30 game.
I got the Clippers. I got the Clippers on that one.
I take the Heat with the 7 point.
All right, this is the last and final week of the NFL season before playoffs.
Super Bowl winning team will be
The Dallas Cowboys.
that.
Oh,
She might as well. You saying the Dallas Cowboys because you like the Dallas Cowboys, so she might as well say the Bears. I'm gonna be realistic with y'all and say
I would not say the Bears. Come on now,
I'm
like
a.
we,
He
the
gonna
Bears.
say the Ravens,
The
bro.
Bears are playing the Packers. The Packers have been doing it, but the Bears have been doing it well. It might be a revenge game for us.
I like that, Missy. Go ahead, Ray. Who you got?
You already know who I got. The Baltimore Ravens gonna win the Super
I
Bowl.
knew he was gonna
Playing
say it.
their
Kansas City.
defense is
Ravens and Steelers. Ravens and Steelers. The Ravens gonna take that.
I think they gonna let.
Are you talking about playoff bound, or are you talking
Listen,
about this the last game of
well, the last game, I don't know. It's gonna be a good. It's gonna be a close one because I think they're gonna probably play. If they smart, they'll let Lamar Jackson sit out, maybe play a first quarter just to keep his legs going, and let Huntley take over. But even still, Huntley, a he's still a decent quarterback. He ain't like a Tyrod Taylor, but he's similar to Tyrod Taylor when how he plays. But I feel like the Ravens gonna take it because they still got.
Man, Tyrod Taylor been getting off lately. Speaking of him, boy, I'm glad you brought him up. He been doing his thing. I'm proud of him.
Yeah, but yeah, um,
So you got the
I got
Ravens
the Ravens.
winning the Super
I
Bowl.
got the Ravens over the
winning the
Steelers
Super
in
Bowl.
the
No,
Super
no,
Bowl.
I don't. I'm not. What is your Super Bowl prediction? Who do you think is gonna end up in the Super Bowl? Ravens and who?
I don't even know. It's tough.
We still got
That's
so many games to get to the
yeah,
next.
yeah. It's
True.
tough.
It's too early to call that.
You right. You right. You right. I just like the Cowboys. That's why I'm gonna say the Cowboys every time. That's my team. I love them, boy. Man, I mean, I'm happy we won by that measly 1 point the other night, but we had
How
trouble
we
with
even get on
Detroit.
that call that y'all cheated? That Jerry Jones.
Man, that's where we cheated, bro. Like everybody keep trying to pull the cheat
I still
card,
don't
man.
understand the whole concept of if is he eligible? The offensive lineman, two offensive linemen can be eligible. I don't understand that. Anyone of y'all know?
I ain't gonna lie, me either,
Oh,
bro.
okay.
Me either.
I ain't gonna
I just know we won by 1 point, man. I'm happy we pulled it off. Man, how y'all feel about the Eagles? Like,
they shouldn't have been. They shouldn't have been. They they. It's hard out there.
I mean, they had it
They
all. I mean, they had a perfect painted season. Like, but then when they lost to the Jets, I knew it was gonna be so.
but moving forward, we just gonna kind of wrap it up, and we want to let everybody know to tune in. We gonna
Subscribe,
yeah
subscribe,
subscribe, tune
subscribe.
in. We
Please,
gonna every week we gonna try to get you guys something on Mondays, just to start off the year throughout the whole year, and then we'll gradually kind of add certain days in there. As a team, Missy, Ty, myself, we also going to be doing, those one-on-one interviews as well too, where we have interviews with certain people. So we may
I'm
be in
excited.
Miami
I'm
where I'm
excited.
located. We may be in Alabama where Ty's located. We may be in Chicago. So you guys tune into that. So
Hello, mommy.
don't forget about Seven Talks portion of it. But Daily Seven, we will be having something for you guys every single Monday. So we'll be recording on that Sunday, going over, whatever happens as far as those early games, and then whatever happened within the week, dealing with fashion, viral news, anything as far as business. Uh, and we also
What's your culture moment of the week? Your viral moment of the week.
viral moment of the week. Um, Let me see. I think the viral moment of the week is I think I sent it to you. What was that? The little baby and young
Jada
yeah,
Waiter. I
well
mean, not
no,
Jada.
Young
Lil
Miami
Baby
on the
uh,
stage.
and Young Miami.
Yeah, yeah.
Baby, first of all,
You said it's due to Jada, but Jada ain't even in the picture no more. So I don't know. Maybe it's
I
something I don't
I
know.
mean, I think that's also wrong on her part. I know the Diddy situation's kind of dying down right now, but she never said anything about the Diddy
Right.
situation either. So I don't know if he's even in the picture with her as well.
Yeah.
So that's something to think about because she had nothing to say about that. If in my opinion, right, and when you over here screaming my man, my man, my man, my man, there's public scrutiny of him right now and you ain't saying
But
nothing.
I think his
So
team
it's
said that it's best that they don't even
say what now?
entertain
Entertain.
each other.
No, no, no. I get it, but I think for them to kind of keep quiet is like she's hiding something as well. Because if you scream my man, my man, my man, and then this something like this happens, I would defend my man like that was 20 years ago. I've
But
never had
she,
any
how
bad
could you?
encounters.
You can't scream my man when something that happens to your man that you had no part of dealing with. So how would you scream
Correct.
my man, and she don't know what really happened. So she may be screaming something that'll be detrimental to her whole image. We already look at Young
Yeah.
Miami as Young Miami, right? So if she say scream
Hmm.
my man, my man, and evidence come out, Cassie want to release some additional evidence, and then she looks stupid. Then guess what? My man, my man, my man. No city girls, no city girls, no city girls. So
And we live in a day and age where like cancel culture is detrimental to your,
gone. Yeah, it's
business
gone.
or your
Let me
in.
okay, let me cut that to that one. So cancel culture, let's be real. I feel like cancel culture is mainly for white people
Mhm.
because like I feel like the people of color didn't cancel the baby when he had all that situation going on with baby mama Danny Lee.
Right.
They didn't cancel him or that, or when he had like the gay
Well, he
comments.
did get canceled
Black
because
people,
if you pay attention to his songs, his streams went down, and his shows, he had to do a lot. That's when he always implemented in his videos where he did like scripts and different things like that, but he had to do extra shit on stage for people to start coming back to his shows.
Travis was
Yeah.
Travis Scott
Man,
canceled?
Travis Scott is for the people. That's a different culture. He in a different. You can't compare him because I say the baby is more culture, and you got
Mainstream, mainstream.
Travis Scott, which is mainstream. He's dating Kylie. He always gonna be in the picture. Like Kanye is always in the picture.
I don't think they're together anymore. But speaking of Kanye, my viral moment is his pod shoes.
I ain't coming with it.
I got to see them in person when I was in Miami for his listening party last week during our Basel. Look, all I'm gonna say is walk of shame, ladies. Keep that in your purse. Who wants to, you know, leave somewhere that you wasn't supposed to stay at with your heels from last night when you could just put the pods from your pull your
Hey,
pods
he
out
could
of
have
your
did a
purse,
better
put them on,
job with them.
keep it
Them
moving.
Man, them look like swim
just
shoes.
went like high top swim shoes.
Real deal.
So I
High
seen them
top
in
sock,
person. They're literally like similar to the Balenciaga sock shoe, just less sole,
just less so. I agree.
just less sole because it's literally all at stretchy material.
The slides I seen they was dope, but I ain't,
The
them
pods,
pies ain't. Pies look like
the
pies.
Yeezy
Them
pods.
pies ain't there. I don't really like them.
Hey, look, I still feel like did black people cancel Yeezy? No, he's for the people, right? And with these shoes, they didn't. I don't feel like they canceled Balenciaga because of him or Adidas because of him. They still wear them, but with these shoes, yeah, he
I
got
feel
canceled.
like we do cancel people. It's just not as serious as it is. Like it's not as long. We'll cancel you for a season, but we'll forgive
As
you.
long as
I feel like our grace. I feel like we're more graceful as a community. I feel like we don't just hang you out dry. We come back and check on you after we sit you outside for a little while.
what's
And
up?
I can say my viral moment. I say my viral moment was Debo Samuel posting the text
The Cam
between
Newton
him and
incident
Cam
Oh, I
Newton.
that he
seen
got
that.
catfished
So that
on.
wasn't Cam
That
Newton.
was funny.
That was somebody.
That was
Man,
funny because,
That
huh?
was somebody.
man, that was Cam. I think that was Cam.
Cam said it wasn't
Yeah,
him,
that's
and there was like a Snapchat screenshot
I
of a
said I
video.
wasn't calling you. Cam said I ain't never call your phone. He said, man, tell him to stop calling me, but he ain't never call him. He posted the DM though. Like Cam say he ain't never call him, but he did say he hit him up to be on the pod though.
Right, but then it was another line that texted him about like the pod and then FU Debo and
Yeah, I hope that wasn't him.
I mean, supposedly there was a group message on Snapchat of somebody that like played with him in college and texted that line or something. That's
Oh,
what
okay.
was what the talks was. But then at the same time, that was funny. If that was a prank, that's funny because he was tight. He was real
Yeah, he
tight.
was tight.
He was
Man,
real tight. He was
at
real
the
tight.
end of the day, I feel like
like
Your quarterback. I'm
whoever
not going
did
on
it
your
is
show.
funny because they actually wrote like him. The whole fun
Right.
yeah,
that
Right.
yeah.
I was like,
Trolling, like trolling. That's crazy. Like
Man, that's just so funny. But I honestly don't see. I feel like Debo going too far with the whole, that's my quarterback thing. I get it, but at the same time, like anybody can be, critiqued, especially when you're doing a professional
but
sport. Like you got the right to,
I feel like
commentate on it.
they mess over Cam a whole bunch just because he ain't in the league and his past, like his last couple of seasons was terrible. And don't get me wrong, he a great quarterback, but they were terrible. And but you got to look at the whole thing. They ain't give him nothing what he was. So now that he's doing what he's doing and he's getting so much
his own
viral, he's
platform.
going viral every single week. People don't like that, and it's a sense of jealousy.
Exactly.
I feel like,
It
and I
is.
get where
I agree.
Debo Samuel's coming from. His quarterback, but realistically, bro, your quarterback is a field general. That's it. He's not a game.
That's it. He not no game changer. He a field general. I get it. Like I
You
get
got to
it.
be real.
Like this is my thing too, Ray. Like I agree with you on the, like people are saying stuff to Cam Newton. Like, bro, like did y'all forget who Cam Newton was?
$100 million
Like
man.
this Superman. Like this the Heisman winner. Like, and y'all let people like Stephen A, somebody that
Never
never
played.
played a sport, get on there. Y'all respect everything he say, but this man actually won the Heisman. This Superman we talking about, like this man when Cam Newton was at Auburn, bro, like every kid was walking around doing this, man. Come on,
He
like.
created the whole.
Now he created the wave like for a lot of these people that's in the league
Especially
right
for
now
a
playing
black
quarterback.
quarterback as
Facts.
well.
He
Exactly,
actually got
man.
the
And then he's somebody that ain't really, doing no crazy stuff, embarrassing us. Like he actually,
Mhm.
outside of football, being a stand up guy in my eyes,
yeah. I
I
agree.
actually
fighting
got to
another way.
I got to attend his in his tour that he did with Brandon
Right.
Marshall. Chicago
Hmm.
was his first stop, and no, he's a stand up guy for sure. Hilarious, definitely gave Justin Fields his props, and just a lot of other quarterbacks. Like you said, only 20 of these people can do this in the world,
Right.
and
Hmm.
you're critiquing this man, but only so many people can do
Do
this
it.
job.
And
True.
another viral moment before we go is the viral moment when the guy was saying something about Lamar Jackson that they was gonna lose. You remember? Did you guys see that one? What
Mm-mm.
I ain't see that,
said they're
Ray.
gonna get beat bad by the 49ers when they lost, when the 49ers lost. And he was
Oh, like was he like a regular fan?
no, he was a commentator. He was like they was asking him his prediction on the game, and they was like, "Oh, they're gonna get beat back." Oh, he was like, "The Ravens? Oh yeah, they're definitely gonna lose against the 49ers really bad."
I know what you're
Lamar
talking about. I
Jackson
know what you're
came
talking about.
back and he was like, "Who is he?" Like,
Yeah, just watch the
and he was
game.
like, "He's just the person that just watched the game, just trying to get his views up on his show." But that's a prime
Right, right.
example,
I
like
remember
for Cam,
of people have everything to say, but nothing
nothing.
to
He
contribute.
can't. He Cam made it. He Cam on his show. He was just saying like, I played quarterback, so when I make
Mhm,
predictions or I say something about a person, I can go play football. They can't go play football.
mhm,
I can also
mhm,
commentate
Right.
too. So it's
mhm.
a thing where they
Yeah,
taint his image because they say like, oh, he mad because he's not in the league. He ain't in the league because we all know why he ain't in the league. Same. Most
Exactly. If they go get Flacco off the couch, come on now. You mean to tell me, yeah, this man falling asleep in the fourth quarter on the bench? Like,
yeah.
come on.
So that was just like it's just crazy though. But we we gonna continue this on next week, next Monday. Just check in with us, like, comment, subscribe, follow everybody on Instagram. Follow Missy.
And one more thing before we go, y'all forgetting like this a new year. It's Happy
Oh
New
yeah,
Year.
Happy
Like
New
this
Year.
the yeah,
Yeah, yeah, Happy New
Happy
yeah.
New
Year.
Year.
I
You guys got any resolutions?
no, I don't even do resolutions. I don't.
I don't
Yeah,
either.
Me
yeah,
either. We
I'm
just
just
taking a day at a time over here.
at a
We ready
time.
to
As long as I do better than what I did yesterday, that's all that really
right.
matters.
yeah, we suit up every day over here.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
everybody, Happy New Year's. Thank you for tuning in to the Daily Seven Show, and tune in next Monday. We'll drop another episode. Follow Missy, follow Ty, follow myself, and that's pretty much it, man. Just stay tuned, like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be back next Monday. We out.
All right, we out.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.